come on in. Hey, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on Facebook all at the same time because I did part 1 on YouTube. So now I'm going to do part 2 on YouTube as well. So here we are. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. And I'm trying to make sure it's all going the way it should be going. Okay. I'm good. Yay! Y'all come on in. Let's finish. I got so much stuff sitting here on my table. I had to move stuff around. So anyway, so look, y'all, I gotta show y'all, I got candles to go in our pumpkins that look really good. I know this light is bright coming in, so you can't see it as well, but these little lights are so good. Hey, Judy. Hello, everybody. Hello, Luann. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Lori. I missed some of y'all's comments. I was trying to fiddle with my computer and do all the things for the YouTube because I'm live on YouTube and Facebook as well. Hello, everybody. So I think I can close this laptop. I don't know because I'm all new. Hey, Cheryl. Hello. Thank y'all for watching on YouTube if you're watching, and on Facebook. It's just easier for me to go live over there and on Facebook, and then I don't have to put the Facebook video onto YouTube. So it makes more sense. Hey, Joyce. Hey, Vicky. Hello, everybody. Hello, Vicky. So we did this guy, girl, whatever it's going to be, the other night. We did it Monday night. So if you missed part 1, hey, Dee. Hello, Carla. Hello, everybody. So this is the clay that I use, air dry clay. I get it at, hey, Judy. Hey, Diane. I'm going to kind of give a little brief summary of what's going on in case you missed the first part. So I got them at Dollar Tree, so I'm gonna tell y'all that. Okay, so hey, Julie. So this is what I use. I get mine at Hobby Lobby. It does go on sale. I don't know the rotation of how often. I don't know. This was $12.99, and then of course it'll be like 30 or 40% off. But Michael's has it, and so does Amazon. It is DOS air dry clay, and that's what I use. Hey, Sandy. Okay, Judy, I will check it. Okay, so I took the jar. This is a pickle jar. So it started off looking like this. I cleaned out my refrigerator and cleaned out the jars and got the labels off, all the things. See, there's the lid. You still see it's green. And I covered the lid. I covered the whole thing, and it's been drying since Monday night. Takes a couple days to dry, and you can kind of see I do it maybe a 1/4 inch thick, maybe. I did. You noticed. I did. I've got more beads in. I put that's all I'm going to put in there, though. And we're going to have a little thing so you can guess how many's in there. But I'm going to show it up close when I get ready to do that. Hey, Tammy. Hello, Barbara. Hey, Deborah. Hello, Sherry on YouTube. Thank y'all for watching over there. So anyway, that's kind of how I did this, okay? It's air dry clay. It is a real jar. But I went into Dollar Tree yesterday. And I found these, okay? And so this is what they look like. This is what the package looks like. It's, they are, and so you can see it down here. It's lit up. And it's really bright, considering it's better than the little bitty short little votive ones, the electronic little votives. So this is what it looks like. It's pretty bright, and it has a little thing on the bottom. But these are brighter than the little short flat ones. Hey, Karen. Hello, Hazel and Karen. Hello. Excuse me, y'all. I feel like I got a frog in my throat. Anyway, so that's what they look like. They come in a pack of 2 at the Dollar Tree. And I was like, I'm going to take a chance and just get them and see if they're bright enough. And they are. But I've got lights shining on them, so you can't see it as bright as it is if it was dimmer in here. But of course, you can use fairy lights. You can use whatever you want to use. I'm trying to see where this is going to end up. That's the wrong spot. You can use whatever you want to use that you have, or you can put fairy lights, like I said, in there. Come on. trying to get it to where the stem ends up in the right spot. Shan forgot to do your part of it. It's okay. Hey, Nancy, it's okay. This will be here. Well, the video will be here on Facebook for a month, and then they take it off, but then they go to YouTube. But I'm live on YouTube as well, so it's over there. It's under the live section on my YouTube channel. So they'll always be there. But I've done this every single year, and so you can go back in the history. I did put a little reel up about the video, and you can comment jar, and it will send you that link. You can actually comment jar on Facebook over here on Facebook. You can comment jar, and it'll send you the tutorial to this one that I did last year. Because I do this every single year, and I love doing it because I add to my collection. And I failed to get my husband to get mine down. But the more I think about it, the more I think my small ones are in the house, in my Halloween in the house. This little guy dried good, if y'all can see. I took the little terracotta pot and I took pieces and I made a little jack-o'-lantern out of this. Hey, Jerry. Thank you, Beverly, for sprinkling. So we're going to paint this as well. But I have decided, as y'all can probably see on the table, I have decided to paint it pink. I went to Hobby Lobby today. Okay. I got to tell y'all a story. You know, I'm going to start cleaning. So to get their eyes and the glass really clean, I take Q-tips, and I'm going to do this while we're chatting and I'm telling you the story. So you see how dirty they are, and sometimes I have to take a little, my little X-Acto knife and kind of chip away some of the clay that may be dried on the glass that I have to get off. And so that's what I'm going to do while I'm telling you this story, because I got to tell y'all this story. So I go to Hobby Lobby today, and you know, okay, so let me say this. If y'all can imagine, you probably can't imagine. I'm kidding. I can talk to anybody, all right? I don't meet a stranger. That can be a good thing and that can be a bad thing. But I know this has probably happened to y'all in Hobby Lobby, okay? Everybody in Hobby Lobby has either done this at one time point or another, or somebody has done it to you, okay? Where you go, hey, excuse me, do you think that this pink is going to go with this right here? What do you think about these colors? Or they'll say, what are you going to do with all that you got in your buggy? What are you going to make with all that? I mean, that is just what happens at Hobby Lobby, okay? At least where I'm from, because in the South, everybody's, well, 99% of the people are friendly, and they ask you a random question in the aisle, or they'll say, you know, ask your opinion about something, or they'll ask you, hey, what are you going to make with all that stuff you got? What are you doing with all that? Or what is that little tool you got? What's that for? Okay? So here's the story while I'm cleaning up my little man. I'm picking his teeth with a pick. So anyway, hey, Kim. So I get to the cash register. There's a lady in front of me. And there's a guy checking us out. First of all, it was a guy. Nothing against guys, because guys can craft, right? I'm not saying that. But he was really young. He was probably, I would say, 21 at the most, okay? He was super young. He's probably hired on for the Christmas holidays. And, you know, they have extra help, right? So there's a lady in front of me. She's got these long, they're like the plume, those plume flowers that everybody have been putting up, pampas grass, those little puffy things. And they're not real, of course, they're fake. And so she had these long ones, and they were about this color, but maybe a little bit more red than this color. That's right, Jerry. That's just what you do in a craft store. You ask, hey, what are you making with all that? I might need to know, right? That's just what you do. So the lady in front of me had these long feather, like, they're not feathers though. They were like those bushes that they do the boho stuff with, and it was, the bushy part was like this long, but the whole thing was super long. And then she had these 2 vases. Obviously, they were not related because these things would not have gone in the vases, okay? And so I was all interested in those feather things. They're not feathers. I'm just calling them that because they look feathery. With these little pampas grass looking plume things. I was interested in that, okay? So she's checking out, and she had a bag of the little glue bits that you put in a glue pot. I'm just putting water on my Q-tip, so I'm gonna like clean the glass. And so the little guy at the cash register, he goes, and I'm pulling up with my buggy, cart, whatever you want to call it, and I'm getting the stuff out, put it on the counter, because she only had like 4 things, and so the counter didn't have anything on it. And so he asked her, okay, this is important, he asked her, he said, what are these for? And he holds up the little bag, and it was the little glue pellets that you put in the little pot. Hey, Jane, you put in the little pot. Hey, Cindy. And the lady goes, oh, they're little glue pellets, and you melt them down and it's glue. And he goes, well, what do you do with that? And she goes, oh, mainly wreath making, you know, that you stick your little stem. She didn't go into that detail because I would have, he'd asked me. But anyway, and she said, oh, mainly wreath makers use it. Okay, so he asked her a question, right? Y'all remember that? And so then I'm putting my stuff on the counter, and she turned around and spoke to me or something, or I don't know, like, oh, this is probably the least I've ever spent in here or something, you know. And I was like, yeah. And then I said, and she was about to walk away, and I said, I just got to ask you, like, what are you going to do with that thing? You know, because I was super curious at this point. Because that's all she had, and I thought, she's probably going to do something really cool with those, and I might need to know what it is, right? Because we just want to know. I might need to make what she's making. I was, you know, that's just what you do. Never thought anything about it. And so the lady turned around, and she goes, oh, I've got this thing, and I've got these witch legs, and I'm going to put these, like, beside it, coming out of the whatever she was making. I don't know what she said, because at that point, after what happened, I done forgot what she had said. But something about witch legs, and she was going to have the little things coming out of it. And I was like, oh, that sounds really cool. It's going to look great. Okay? And so the little guy that was checking me out, who was probably 19 or 20, he was mumbling, and he goes, oh, y'all people are just so nosy. Excuse me? Like, and I just kind of, okay, and I'm one of those people that I never say what I want to say when I want to say it, because I think about it an hour later, or the whole time, you know, an hour later, I'm still thinking about what I should have said, right? But not today. Not today. He called me nosy. He didn't say, you're nosy. He just said, y'all people are nosy. And he kind of laughed about it. And I said, I just wanted to know what she was going to do with it. That's what you do in a craft store. Like, we're creative people. We share ideas. And he goes, no. And he's sitting there ringing my stuff up, doing his little thing, and at the same time, and he goes, no. He said, you were just going to copy her. And I just stood back, and I looked him in the face, and I was nice as I could be. And I said, I can assure you, I have enough ideas of my own that I don't have to copy her idea or anybody else's idea like that. And he just kind of was like, well, you know, and he just kind of did like that. And I said, look, from somebody who's my age to somebody who's your age, I said, and I was all smiling. I was really nice. I never raised my voice, never got ugly. That's just not me. And I said, and y'all, I really wasn't trying to be a pompous butt about it, okay? I just, at this moment in time, it was like, yeah, okay, oh no, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna get to that part. I'm gonna get to the part about him being nosy, right? He was asking her, but it wasn't okay to me to ask her, so I was being nosy at that point, right? That was the whole point of me making a point for y'all to know that he asked her first. So, okay, so, all right, so see, I'm gotten it pretty clean. I'm just kind of cleaning up all of that. And you may have to keep going and getting Q-tips, whatever. All right, I know this story's dragging out long, but I was so taken aback, y'all. And so at this point in time, I was like, I said, so somebody my age talking to somebody who is your age, I said, let me give you a little piece of advice. And y'all, I promise you I wasn't trying to be bragging, but in a way I was, because I was like, you don't know who you're talking to. Not that I'm anybody important, because I'm not. But I do this for a living, okay? And so I said, you need to worry, I said, what did I say? I said, you need to pay more attention and worry about what you say and who you're talking to, because you don't know who you're talking to when you say things, or something to that effect. Like, basically, you're just running off at the mouth and you don't even know who you're talking to. Like that. That's what I said. Now I'm dripping down my face. Anyway, and so I said, and he just kind of was doing my stuff and looking at my stuff and putting it in the bag and talking to me. And I said, he just kind of looked at me really intrigued, like, and I said, this is what I do for a living. I'm creative for a living. I said, and I have 86,000 followers on Facebook who would probably beg to differ to you that I wouldn't be copying her. I said, I have my own ideas and I execute them twice a week on Facebook. He went, 86,000 friends? No, followers? You have 86,000 followers on Facebook? And I said, yeah, right at it. And he goes, well, what do you do? What do you do exactly? And I said, well, I craft twice a week on Facebook, and I have, y'all wait till this part comes. He goes, and I said, I do crafting. I teach stuff online. I craft live. And I said, and I have 2 big industrial lasers, and I cut out wood DIY kits for my followers, and that's my business. I sell DIY laser kits. He goes, oh, that's not even real woodworking. And I said, I didn't say that it was real woodworking. Oh, but no, when he said, what do you do exactly? I said, oh, look who's being nosy now. I did say that. But then I said, I do that. He said, that's not even real woodworking. And I said, I didn't say that it was real woodworking. I said, but that's what I do for a living. And I was like, have a nice day. I said, I hope he's still at home thinking about that. But, you know, I'm not important, but I thought at the moment, I was like, I'm just going to say it. Like, hopefully I taught him a lesson. Like, you just don't say stuff to people. Like, how would his manager felt if I would have called the manager over there and said, hey, this little guy just called me nosy because I asked a fellow crafter in the store, in a craft store, what she was doing with that stuff. I don't think the manager would have liked that, right? I mean, and here's the thing. He's going to get a hold of the wrong person and say that to the wrong person. And he is going to, they're going to be like, you told me what? You called me nosy? I'll just show you nosy. I'm going to call the manager over here. That's what anybody else probably would have done. Early. Yeah, I was like, you little, you know, but I was nice and I held my tongue and I said what I wanted to say when I wanted to say it. And I never, ever, ever in that way. But I was nice about it. I wasn't ugly. I was just like, right? And Barb, that's pretty much what I was saying. I'm like, but he was like, 86,000 people? I mean, he kind of, but then when I said the laser thing and he goes, oh, that's not even real woodworking. But he never got my page. He doesn't know my name. He didn't know who I was. And I wasn't going to tell him. I wasn't going to even offer him that. But I was like, yeah, somebody else is going to report him because he called him nosy. But I was like, no. You're not going to call me nosy. No. Not today. Not today. Yeah, he won't have a job. He won't be nosy. He'll be unemployed. But I'm just not like that. You know, it's like, I can just leave the store and he's not offending me, you know, but it did kind of take me aback. Okay, I'm painting bubblegum pink because I told y'all I wanted to do breast cancer awareness. Okay, I had this huge bottle. That's my dollhouse color. Rhonda! Where's Kat at? She needs to be on this live. All right, I'm going to take the lid off. So I'm going to paint it. But I could not wait. I said, oh my gosh. I'm going to tell them this on the live and they are going to get a hoot. Y'all, this has been washed and it still smells like pickles. Okay, that's how bright it is. Ooh, kind of thinking he needs to be toned down. I never say it either. And I was so dang proud of myself. I'm going to put a little white in it. I thought, you little, So I go out of the store. And I leave my friend Mandy a voice message. And I was like, you just wait. I'm about to run into Michael's. And I'm going to tell you what this little jackwagon said to me at Hobby Lobby. I was like, you just wait. You're just going to die when I tell you what he told me that I was, yeah. I said, you just watch. What? She laughed. I was like, good. I'm glad you told him. I mean, knowing that all of you have done that at Hobby Lobby or somebody has asked you at Hobby Lobby, hey, does this go with this? Or what do you think? Okay, see, I'm lighting it up a little bit. Hey, Carol. Well, he can't look me up because I didn't tell him what my name was, my page was, or anything like that. So he has no clue, which I'm glad because, you know, but he was young and you know how when you're young and you think you know everything, I guess. And, I don't know, y'all, but I was funny. I was nice. I wasn't mean at all. I was not mean. And I just said, let me just give you a little advice. Like, not that I'm Martha Stewart, which he probably would have told her that and I knew who she was. Just saying. Not that I'm the crafty queen or whatever, but I'm just saying the fact that, you know, he's just going to sit there and tell me I'm being nosy and I was going to steal her idea and do her idea. And I did say somewhere in there, I said, we know all ideas everything's been done already. It's just all the ideas are recycled and people spin it off in their own way, right? And I did say something along those lines in there somewhere. But anyways, it's just like, yeah. But I never get to say what I want to say. I always walk away going, I should have said this. Dang, I should have said something such and such. You know, I always walk away from stuff because I'm like so taken aback by somebody being, I mean, it wasn't exactly rude, but it kind of was rude because he's sitting there calling a customer nosy, but he asked her what the glue pellets things were for. Yeah, he's in there working because people at Hobby Lobby make a decent amount of money. And so I hear, I don't really know anymore compared to stuff. But he's probably there for the Christmas holidays help. And I told Mandy, I said, wait till he's had a busy day, probably about the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and everybody's in there trying to buy their stuff, and he walks out of there in a daze because so many people has come through his checkout line. He don't even know what day it is, what time it is. He hadn't eaten in hours, and he don't even know, and he's got glitter stuck in the corner of his eyes. He's gonna think, oh my gosh, this is terrible. Because, you just walk in there and you get glitter on your face. And so he's going to be ringing up people with glitter and stuff all day, the day after Christmas, and he's going to be thinking, boy, these bunch of nosy people. He's going to have glitter in the corner of his eye. I told her that, and she was just dying out laughing. I was like, I just cannot wait to get on live tonight and tell everybody what happened at Hobby Lobby. Because I just go about my business and mind my business, and I just, don't call me nosy. And then tell me I ain't real woodworking. I said, I never said I was. I didn't say I was real woodworking. Yes, me too, Frida, because I get kind of taken aback when somebody is in your face, right there is happening. I'm just like shocked that somebody is actually being rude or something. Another crap and I had a conversation a few months ago, and she was worried I would be like copying someone, and I was like, well, copy from each other. That's how we learn. Yeah, and that is. And is it copying? It is copying in a way, but I try to give credit where credit's due. Like if I see a craft, lots of stuff that I've done, and I tell you, hey, I saw so-and-so do this. If I know where it came from, I try my best. I even tell y'all the TikTok pages that I see stuff on most of the time. If I see something and I think to remember where I saw it. But yeah, I try not to copy, but I may put my spin on something. Like Emily with the Burlap Kitchen did the triangle with the shims, and made the scarecrow face. Well, the first thing I thought of was candy corn, so I did candy corn. When I've seen somebody else do the candy corn that I did, now whether they saw me do it or they come up with the idea on their own, I don't know. But it's all been done before. It's just people putting their own spin on it, or it makes its rounds again. Y'all know how it is. And everybody looks at Pinterest, right? Yeah, I mean, Shelly said even rock stars, do admit to borrowing from their idols. Right, because they'll do a cover song. They'll do a song that somebody else's, and they'll sing it and be like, this is who I really, really love, and I've, blah, 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 and I'm going to do a rendition of their song, or whatever. So, yeah, I mean, I just like to give credit where credit's due. But, because there are a lot of people who take other people's ideas and then they take it as their own. I mean, like the busted canvas went around for, months after I did it. It went around after that, and I never was like, oh, yeah, I did that, blah, 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 And then somebody tried to be ugly to me and say, oh, I did it first. And I'm like, I don't care. Yes, he's not a crafter, so he's, I don't know. He's not in there he don't understand. And I'm sure that's not the first time that somebody has gotten out in his line and asked somebody else, what are you going to do with all that, But so now I'm painting the lip part of, not his lips technically, but see where it's white in here? So I'm taking a little paintbrush and I'm painting that part. Janet, I know, but nowadays, now my boys would never talk to somebody like that. Number one, because their mom is a crafter and they know that you're going to go in the store with me, I'm going to ask somebody, what are you going to do with that? But so, I mean, almost every time I'm in the store, somebody's looking for something and I can hear them talking to their friend and they go, hey, where's the glitter? I don't know where the glitter is. And I'm like, excuse me, I can tell you where the glitter is. And I'm like, it's 3 aisles down over there. It's on this side. I don't meet a stranger, y'all, I'm telling you. I just try to be helpful to people. And yeah, I'm getting it on the glass a little bit, but I'll take care of that. Oh, Pam, it's okay. You just missed my whole story. You're going to have to watch the first part to hear about the little guy at Hobby Lobby that called me nosy. And I had to put him in his place and tell him, you know, he said I was asking the lady in line what she was going to do with something that she was buying because I was going to go home and copy her idea. And I said exactly what I wanted to say the moment I needed to say it. And I was like, no. I don't need to copy her idea, I promise. I got enough going on in my head. Oh, thank you, Linda. See, Dixie does it in Hobby Lobby. I know y'all all have. What are you gonna do with all that? You know, I just want to know because I might need to know. I might want to make it. I don't know. He was something else though. I hope he's still thinking about that conversation. I hope he knows that he's the highlight of the conversation on my live tonight. That's what I should have said. I should have said, just wait till I tell all of my followers what you told me. Have a good day, and walked away. That's what I should have said. He'd have been like, oh no, now I'm gonna go viral because I said something to a lady at Hobby Lobby. Hold my order and let me grab the supply. Right, Judy? Like, oh, let me get out of line and go get that stuff. I need to make that while I'm at it. Y'all see how bright it ended up being? And it was so light, it always dries a little darker. I have helped lots of people at Hobby Lobby. They probably think I work there. I do that too, Rhonda. Like, and my husband's the same way. Like, if somebody's in the aisle and there's a lady there and she can't reach something, or she is trying to find something that's out of her realm, you know, he'll just start helping them. You know what I mean? But that's the South. I mean, Pam, it was rude, and he just called, because he called me nosy. He said, you people are just so nosy. I was like, no. Nosy would be like, why do you have all these kids? You know, that's nosy. To me, it's not, I mean, I don't know. It wasn't like she was going to do something illegal with it or something. I'm being nosy. Or why don't you spank your kid? They're acting up. That's being nosy. Like, that's out of your business, I feel like. But anyway. Okay, so I've got like all of the little inside of the edges painted. So I'm going to dry it. I'm going to take that, I'm going to try to I got a little paint on the glass and I'll get it off. But yeah, I figured y'all would enjoy that story. Like little does he know. Judy, yeah, I agree. Sometimes they'll take you right there and show you, but sometimes they're just like, I don't know, because they're too busy putting stuff up. Carrie, I was making small talk in line, but I really, really wanted to know what she was going to do with these big plume looking, I don't know. I wanted to know. And sometimes people will pull their phone out and, oh, let me show you what I do with it. And they'll show you a picture and you all, you know, you start up a conversation up in the Hobby Lobby. No, she didn't think I was being nosy at all. But I didn't have anything interesting in my buggy. I had some paint and just a hodgepodge of some clear ornaments and nothing major. I didn't have anything major, or she would have asked me. Yeah, I wonder how long he's been working there. Maybe a few days? I'm like, this can't be the first time that somebody has come in the checkout line and had a conversation with another person and said, oh, what are you going to do with that? He asked her what the glue things were for. What do you do with them? So what was different about me asking what she was going to do with them feathers? But I was nosy. I had a spot or two I missed. No, I don't know his name. I didn't even look at his little tag because I was too busy, like, my wheels were turning. Like, what am I going to say? Right, Carol? Like, what are you going to make? His boss needs to have a little talk with him for sure. Yeah. But he's gonna say something like that to the wrong person, and that person's gonna be like, "What'd you say?" And it ain't gonna be Lee Valentine from the Turquoise Valentine that's got a little bit of understanding because he's young. They aren't gonna care. They're gonna get mad and say, "I need to speak to your manager. You just called me nosy, and I don't appreciate it." But I did say when he asked me what I did, I said, "Oh, look who's being nosy now," or something like that. I did say that. Like, oh, it's okay when you do it, but not okay when I ask. His name may be on the receipt. Hold on. Carrie, I'm gonna find his name. Where's my bag? Where's my bag? Where's my bag? There's one bag. I know there's more than one bag. Hold on. There's the Michaels receipt. Where is Hobby Lobby? Where is it? Hold on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Looky here. Looky here. Here it is. 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 What are you gonna see? See, here's my bag. I got 2 pieces of vinyl in that bag. I had nothing interesting in the bag. In my buggy, I promise. Please come again. I spent $55.02 of a little bit of nothing. It doesn't say. Here's at the top. Please come again. Here's our website. Here's the return policy. It was $4.27 on 10/9. Doesn't say. I mean, there's something up here that says Carter, but I don't know if that's supposed to be there or if that's his name. He didn't look like a Carter, but his name might. We're gonna call him Carter. His name is Carter. Oh, it should be on the top. Okay, so I guess it is Carter. Here it is, Carter. Is that it right there? Okay, anyway, his name is Carter. So if you go, okay, there's my pink pumpkin. Okay, up top. It would drive him over the edge. Carla on YouTube said, that's like a cashier saying, "Boy, you sure have a lot of stuff." Or saying something like, "What do you need this for? Why do you need 3 of these?" I mean, you know what I mean? It's kind of like the same thing. Register number. I mean, there's a bunch of numbers. It's like S657R6T2266 Carter 0 sale. And then it's, I don't know. Yeah, I thought it was funny though. Okay, is Cat on here? Cat! Oh, Cat! You missed the story about the little guy that told me I was being nosy in the line at the Hobby Lobby today. And everybody on here said, "Oh, it's a good thing Cat wasn't in line." Oh my gosh. Okay, now I got to paint the top. And of course, I've ran out of paint. Now I got to mix up another batch. So let's hope it's not, I can get the color to match. Hey, Susie. Cat, Cat, I'm going to have to tell you the story. I'll have to call you later and tell you the story. Or tomorrow or something. Oh my gosh. I was just asking a lady in front of me something that she had in her buggy and what she was going to do with it. After he had asked her what something was for. And then he told me, "You people sure are nosy." I told him he didn't know who he was talking to, and that I gave him a piece of advice that he needs to think about who he's talking to. when he said that. Because he told me I was going to go comment because I wanted to know because I was going to go copy her. I said, I got plenty of ideas of my own. I don't need to copy nobody. Oh, gosh. Okay. Holding the stem. Y'all be quiet. I'm shocked. I know. I was too. But for one time in my life, I wasn't ugly. So I don't regret it. Because, you know, if you're ugly back to somebody, it's like you instantly have that regret. Like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. And I know I shouldn't have said it. But I didn't today. Like, I wasn't ugly. And I said what I wanted to say. And I got my point across. And I think he understood the point. Yeah. But I'm sure his manager would be like, you don't be saying that, boy. Should have said, my grandfather, or I should have said something like, my grandfather is Mr. Green. He's the owner of Hobby Lobby. Would he like you telling his customers that they're nosy? I mean, he wouldn't have known any different, but I'm not in Oklahoma. Because that's the man's name, is something Green. I can't remember his name. At least he didn't call me old. Barb said, at least he didn't say old nosy, right? The cat's like, I know, I never have regrets. I know you don't. I do, though, because I don't know. I'm like a people pleaser. Okay, so I'm going to get the paint off inside the nose. Okay. Hey, Michelle at Crafty Servings. I'm just kind of scraping it off. But I can get alcohol on a Q-tip and get it off too. But I didn't do too bad. I didn't paint the glass too much. But I wanted to get the white off. I don't know why I didn't do this. And now I'm doing it twice. Good thing he's not watching, or he would tell me, hey, you're doing that twice. God bless your whole heart. And see, when I say, you know, bless it, or I say bless your heart or something like that, I don't mean that in a bad way. I truly mean, like, bless your heart. Like, but now it is known that the Southern way to tell somebody to kiss it is to say, well, bless your heart. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how the tone, I guess, that you say it in. But, yeah. I was like, have a nice day. I know. But like I said, he's going to say that to the wrong lady who's had a bad day. She comes in Hobby Lobby to get some retail therapy, and he's going to tell her that. And it probably ain't going to go well for him. So he better be glad that it was little old me. But I did. I said, let me give you a piece of advice from my age to yours. Sometimes you don't, I said something like, sometimes you don't say things because you don't know who you're talking to, or you need to think about who you're talking to before you say stuff, or not that I'm, like I said, not that I'm putting myself on a pedestal or anything like that, but I craft for a living, sort of, kind of, and I do it twice a week, and he knows nothing about crafting, but he all knows about what's true woodworking, and lasering ain't true woodworking. So, like, he insulted me again in one conversation. He insulted me twice. Pam, you know, I say all the time, people don't shock me, but I'm really lying when I say that, because people shock me every day, and I'm telling you, today I was shocked. But I said exactly what I wanted to say. Oh. Yes, alcohol will clean the paint well. So what do y'all think about this pink? I'm not 100% sold on my pink, but I'm going to try to make it better. But I painted the lid, so I'm going to leave that. I'm going to paint the stem. Read Carol Hughes. He knows nothing about crafting. He's just working in a store. Yep. On Tuesday in Dallas. Okay, let me read this so people on YouTube can read it too. A woman held the door open for a lady behind her, and the lady didn't thank her. And the woman who held the door made a comment like, "You're welcome." And it started an argument. And the lady held the door open in the store, got in her car, drove 7-8 stores away, went inside PetSmart. The lady came out to get in her car, and the other lady followed her, threw a Coke bottle at her car, and then pulled a gun. Pulled a gun and unalived her. Y'all. I know. It's... God bless her. Good Lord. Right? He actually disrespected me 3 times. He did. So twice he said, he called me nosy, and then he said something about, oh, he said I was going to copy her. Like, how do you know what I'm going to go do? I need to go back up in there tomorrow and see if he's working. Go get everything I can find in the Christmas aisle that has glitter on it. And go, poof, 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 and get it all over him. I know, everybody's dealing with something, and that's the truth. But when you let it go over to the point of, what do y'all think about this? You like my pink and the color I picked? Okay. Don't mess with... Yeah, I just don't... It's too people-y outside. And I don't know... You know, I stay home and I don't go out very much. All right, I'm going to do pink and green. I'm not doing brown. Darker... see, Janet, that's what I was thinking. Darker pink down the seams. And he don't know if he won't come on my live and say something. Me and all these people right here will chew him up. That little guy. He won't know what hit him. Dry brush with a little orange. I might dry brush. Okay, I'm doing green. I'm doing lush green. There's greens over here and I'm just picking it. This green and light Hauser light green. And I'm going to paint my stem. But that's got to dry. I wonder if he's on the spectrum. No, I mean, maybe. Okay, it'll look better when I get the lines on it, Carla said. Dark pink to the lines. Okay, so y'all think I need to go down with dark pink, like hot pink? Look at this. So, y'all know I used to love the Anita's paint and crack. Hey, Brenda. Oh, it cracked me up too. I was upset, but then I left Mandy that voice message and she was laughing the whole time I was telling her the story. She was like, "Oh my gosh." You like the pink? Okay, so this is, I used to love Anita's and then they replaced Anita's and they got this paint in. And it's not bad to dot with, so I bought a few more colors today because they have really pretty colors. So yeah, what if I go down the, yeah. Pink. Oh, a gold stem. Right, Wendy? That's what I did. I let it roll off. But like I did, I gave him a piece of advice. Dry brush with white. Antique wax. Yeah, Lori, he's got a lot to learn about people seeing things. And, so Sparks of Joy Studio on YouTube says, if that happened where I live, I have a feeling the manager would have been called to the front pretty quick. That's what I said. He's going to get a hold of the wrong person. Okay, so if I'm going to do gold and not green and make it glam, like the glam stuff is like really in, do the glam. Okay, Leanne says gold stem. So now y'all got me thinking gold. Darla, you're going to have to watch the beginning to find out the little guy at Hobby Lobby insulted me. And I basically told him who I was. I didn't tell him who I was. Not that I'm... But, yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm doing gold. I'm thinking. Look, I've got green over here on my table. I think gold stem. We're going to go with gold. This is Michael's. I dot with this. Michael's Craft Smart Multi-Surface Light Gold. This is my favorite gold. I'll hold it up here so that YouTube people can see it if they want to screenshot it. And then this is for this. This is my favorite gold. Western Grace. Mandy, I just got through telling the story about how I went out of the store and had to give you a voice message and tell you about the little jack wagon that was that was ugly to me at the Hobby Lobby. He's gonna come across a lot of women that have opinions, and he's gonna call the wrong one nosy. Look, gold, dry brush white with a gold stem. See, okay, Kim, that's what I was about to ask y'all. Should I do gold lines instead of dark pink lines? Or should I do dark pink and maybe scoot some gold down in the lines too? So many evil people in this world. Did you hear about this young woman and 3-year-old lady started following her in the store and outside? No! Oh my gosh. I can't read that out loud, but yeah. That's just terrible, y'all. It scares me to go anywhere. And now we got the National Guard up in Memphis trying to stop people from unaliving each other up there. I dot with this particular gold. So yes. But we have started kind of dotting with this, and it's really good texture. We think the consistency is pretty good, so we've dotted a little bit. I'm all about the gold and the pink, Tina said. It's too people-y out there. It is. I was like, ah. Yeah. You would go through his line every time. Oh yeah, trust me. I'm planning on it. If I see him in there again, I'm gonna get in his line. Hey, it's me. It's me again. Remember me? Like on Pretty Woman. Remember me? You work on commission, right? Mistake. Big mistake. Huge. Oh, Tina, I love this gold too. It's so pretty. See, it's not too brassy gold, especially in a craft store. Yeah. So, yeah. Be like, I told my whole followers all about you calling me nosy the other day. You was the hit of the Facebook. I hate you missed it. Oh, Lord. He probably wouldn't think that was too funny. Okay. The gold. Okay. So do the dark pink. Hobby Lobby sells a lot of that not real wood. I don't think he'll be there the next time you go. He ain't gonna make it. Unless I go tomorrow. I just had a real glam idea. Let me see. What if I paint the inside of the lip, you know what I'm talking about? The inside of his eyes, that gold. Just a little bit. Sue, he probably does. I'm pretty sure. You people are just nosy. Excuse me? I'm telling you, he's going to get a hold of the wrong lady. He's going to get a hold of that lady. That's what, Carla, that's what somebody on Facebook said, that, oh, well, he's not going to be there next time you go because he ain't going to last that long. But, he's going to get like I was saying a minute ago, he's going to get a hold of some lady who's had a bad day. She's done gone to the Starbucks, got her iced coffee, and she wants to come to the Hobby Lobby and go down all the aisles and have a gold tooth. Y'all are so funny. And she wants to be left alone and come into the Hobby Lobby and just soak up the Hobby Lobbiness and look at all the pretty things with the glitter and the Christmas and try to get some jolliness. And he's going to say something like that to her. And it probably won't turn out good for him. Give him a gold tooth. Okay, see, look, so I'm putting the gold inside of the eyes. Can y'all see a little bit? It looks better in person than it does on the camera. You really can't tell. I'm about to get it off the glass again. And y'all's gold tooth. He's going to look like a pirate. Or she, or whatever she is. So anyway, so yeah, that was my story. I was so excited. I had an exciting story to tell y'all when I got on live. I was like, I cannot wait. I told my husband and he was like, well, good for you. I'm glad you said something because he shouldn't have been saying anything. I'm like, you think? He is in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place. Please leave. You need to go. And she'll clean the floor with him. Yep. So she won't be as nice as I was. Because y'all know, when you had a bad day and you just want to go look at some pretty stuff and have some Jesus music coming through the speakers because, they play Christian music or, hymns and stuff. It's in instrumental through the thing. She's in there trying to get over the bad day she's had, and then Mr. Nosy is going to call her something like nosy, and she's going to be like, you the last straw. You are the last straw. Didn't come to the Hobby Lobby to be judged. Sure didn't. Anyway, I wish I was making that story up, but I promise y'all, I was just shocked. I couldn't believe it. Yep. But anyway, so yeah, I was saying Memphis, the National Guards up there, I forget how many arrests they've made. They're just making arrests, like crimes and stuff. So it's not the ICE or anything like that. I saw somebody say something about that. It's not any of that. It's just they're trying to get a control on the crime because it is out of control. President Trump said on Fox, whatever, that day that Charlie Kirk died, that day, he made an announcement that he was sending the National Guard to Memphis because it was, and I quote what he said, it was like going to Mexico City, Mexico, that you would probably get shot at or get mugged or carjacked. Truth. I try not to go unless I have to. Because it's scary. My son got shot at up there doing work. Okay. Can't see the gold very much, but it's there. It's there. Oh my, 4.5 hours to set up a laptop. What is this, 2000? The year 2000? What are we doing? Eyelashes, yes. I'm going to do eyelashes. I got to do um, the lines. I'm going to do the lines too. This is taking forever, but you know, I was talking and I'm trying to talk and tell the story. Okay, so dark pink, we think. Pat, I don't either. This is magenta haze, but I'm thinking fuchsia, and this is candied rose. Maybe I don't need to do like so dark. Oh, here's the stem. Doesn't it look all glam? Look at it. It's totally different from my other ones. It's a big contrast. Yeah, taking parents away from their children, I get it. But they're breaking the law. They would take me away from my kids if I committed a crime and they came and arrested me. They wouldn't think anything about taking me away from my kids. Yes, Brenda, that was it was before him and Paige got married. Oh, how do they do this? A little piece of plastic over the top. I can't get it out. Oh, do you hear us complaining about the time? I know. You're like, my gosh, she's still painting that pumpkin. Okay, so now I've got to find some kind of tiny brush to go in the cracks. Yeah, I had a good story time. You know, I don't go anywhere, so I don't get to have all these stories. Okay, this is going to look good, I think, that color. And I'm not trying to be neat either. I'm just kind of... Now see? Well, I peeled off the little thing and then it left the plastic film over it. And I was like, what was the point? You could tone it down with wax to make it look older if you don't like it bright. Yeah, I'm having trouble with the bright, but I think once I do this, I think I might dry brush it with white a little bit. And I do have white wax. And that definitely would tone it down. But I don't know. Yeah, Brenda, I agree. I mean, I don't want to get it into a whole conversation about it, but, you know, if I had gone and committed a crime, they would definitely come in my house and take me away from my family. You know, just do it legally. That's all I say. There's a legal way to do it. Okay. When you play stupid games, you Carla. That's one of my favorite Taylor Swift quotes. Play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Yes, that is a quote of hers in her song. So when y'all go, she said that? Yep, she did. Thinner brush. Okay, hold on. Look, this is what happens when you leave your paintbrush in the water too long. And the little plastic coating off your brush cracks. And yeah, so this is what happens. Ask me how I know. We don't do that. This color is Candied Rose. And this was bubblegum. And I put a little white in it. Because it always dries. It dries darker than the color in the bottle usually. And on the camera, it's also playing tricks with y'all. How the color. It's really not as bright as it looks there. To y'all. But it's pink. I am not going to even lie. Okay, so why am I doing pink? We're going to get into this conversation too. Because y'all know in October, I always like to talk about it. Breast cancer awareness. You probably know somebody or have somebody in your family that has had breast cancer. Probably. Odds are. And So this is your sign to go get a mammogram, okay? Schedule your mammogram, go have it done. And it's drying, and it looks like I hadn't even painted anything. What? So go schedule your mammogram. It'll be worth it. I don't want to be called nosy. Yes. I can still peel off more, but, you know, and it's not an old brush either. But I'm thinking that's what happened to it. Okay. So you can see the light's playing tricks with y'all, but like on YouTube, it looks a whole lot lighter than it does on Facebook. It's so weird. Yes, Janet. I'm so sorry, but yes, my grandmother, my mother's mother, and I say that because it can be passed down to me, which I don't carry the gene because I've had it done. I've had the testing done. I don't carry that gene, the BRCA gene or whatever it is. I don't carry it. Oh yay, Arlene had hers Monday. Second time survivor. Good for you, Glenda. Praise the Lord on that one. Had yours in August. Yes. Yes, I had a biopsy 3 years ago. Y'all probably remember that. And mine turned out to be nothing, thank goodness. But then I went back like every 6 months for a year or so. And then I don't have to go back. Now I gotta dry that. Janelle says her yearly mammogram caught her cancer early. Good for you. My sister-in-law, my brother's wife, she caught hers early, and hers was barely a stage 1. And she got treatment, and she's been good ever since, and that's been several years ago. Had yours today. Had cancer 24 years ago. Glad you had your mammogram. Saved your life. Yes. 12-year survivor. Awesome. Yes, keep up with your checkup. That's right. Because that little bit of time of inconvenience is way better than being months of inconvenience. When it can, you know, I wouldn't say be prevented, but it can be caught early. Because I'm mammography certified to do mammograms. I used to do mammograms a little bit when I first got out of x-ray school and got my certification. I did it in the hospital when I worked in the hospital some. Y'all, this looks like, this pink on here looks neon, look. It doesn't even look, it looks like it's neon pink. I don't know. Can y'all see? It looks neon pink in the lines now. It doesn't even look darker pink. It looks neon. It feels weird. Like, I gotta do something else. Now I gotta open this. Diana, and I'm gonna tell you, she just said that her aunt had both of hers removed because of cancer. And now I've always said, if I had it, I would have them take both of them off. And now I think that is actually an option for you to request. Candy had hers in July. All right, I'm gonna paint a little bit of this dark in it. Like, look, you peel this off, this little thing off. Okay? Then there's still plastic over it. Like, I don't understand. It's not working quite right. Okay, I'm just going to do that. But, dragon fruit. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit, y'all. And I hadn't even done the lid. And I done put the paintbrush up. Forget about the lid. Forget about it. Okay. Let me do a little of this. I forgot to draw a line right there. I'll have to wait till I get the lid on. Maybe I can get it to line back up. Both removed. Yep. Glenda had both of hers taken off. I've always said that if that happened to me, because like I said, my grandmother, So, you know, I had a good shot of getting it, you know, because we don't know, it was in the 70s, and we don't really know what caused hers, if it was hereditary or if it was environmental, and now they can test it and see what was the cause, you know, what caused it, more than likely. And so so I don't really know what type she had, because I'm just doing a little bit. This is super dark. But anyway, so yeah, so go have your mammogram. You call tomorrow if you haven't had yours, and you call tomorrow and get your doctor or whoever to schedule it for you. Every January, the hospital always sends you a reminder. Good. Yeah, put a line, I'm going to put some line of gold in there. Just putting a little bit of, because I promise y'all it looks neon. Like I put some neon paint in there. And I don't think it was intended to be neon, but it looks like it is. Okay. Oh, I missed one. All right. Okay. Y'all, I don't know, y'all can't see it, but see, I put some in there. Y'all can see that. I'll go back in that color. That looks better. I'm going back in the neon color. No history in your family. See, and sometimes it's not a history in your family. Sometimes it's environmental. Sometimes it's hormone related. It's all kinds of different things that can cause it. But you know, they used to say that when, you know, if your mother or your mother's mother had it, then you had a good chance, I can't remember what the statistics used to say, that you had a good chance of getting it. Don't do well with talk to text. Anyway, and so, but they've changed that now, and I don't know what the statistics are. Me, my sister, my mom, my daughters, twice a year for mammogram prevention. Wow, Janelle, yes, definitely so. But, you know, they're constantly changing statistics for all kinds of different things when they start learning more about it. But being inconvenienced for a few minutes is better than being inconvenienced for cancer treatment, for sure. Like, I didn't want to have a colonoscopy done either, but Lee went and did it. Because having a colonoscopy is a lot better than having cancer. Now, that's something that they have said that if you do go having that done, they can pretty much prevent it and take the polyps out. The BRCA gene, or BRCA, BRCA, yeah. I don't have it either. And they test you for a whole bunch of other cancers when they do it. They don't just test you for that one. They test you for a lot of different ones. And it was really neat, though, because then, like, the company that does it, they call you and they have, like, this little therapy session with you before you have it done, the genetic testing. Well, Karen, they test the cancer, and depending on what kind it is, they can test, you know, to see if it was... like, what type of cancer it is, and they kind of know that type of cancer is caused by such and such a lot of the times. Colon cancer in January. Wow. The prep is the worst part, because they put you to sleep and you don't know anything. You wake up and it's over, and it's like, but you know, and those people, they see it every day, they do it every day, and it's like mammograms. People are like, how do you do that? They've seen them all. You know? Oh, wow. Throat cancer. I have upper GI every year. Yes. I was saying the other day I need to go have my esophagus stretched again. Okay, so there's that. So now I'm going to put Let me make sure it's dry. I'm going to put gold in there. I know you're all like, my gosh, it's taking her all night to paint this pumpkin. But I had story time too. 2 of your paternal aunts had breast cancer. Paternal. Father or mother? Mother is maternal. Father is fraternal, I think. Is it? No, paternal. Paternal. Y'all got me confused now. I don't even know. I'm probably telling y'all wrong. Skin cancer remover 11 times off your face. Yeah. I don't sun my face anymore. I wear a hat. I wear that 75 mineral sunscreen that I get from my face place because I had all that lasering done to get all my spots taken off. Try to reverse the damage on my face. Because, I grew up in the 80s. We had betadine and iodine and baby oil and iodine, and we laid out in the sun and got as much sun as we could. And, yeah. So I had all this lasering done to get it off. Paternal. Okay, yeah, that's it. Judy, I'm a certified mammographer, so when I got out of x-ray school, they had just come out with the mammography exam. And our instructor told all of us girls in the class, she was like, they just came out with this. Y'all need to go to this seminar for, a week or whatever. It was a weekend, I think, like 3 days maybe. Learn about mammograms. They give you the material. You got to study and then study for weeks and weeks and then take the exam. And so we did. And I think she took us to the hospital and we did, learn how to do them and all the things. And so we did what she told us and we all took the exam. We all passed the exam. So we all got the mammography thing. And I got to do mammograms in the hospital and I got to train on the needle biopsy machine when it was the first one in our town to get this biopsy machine, needle biopsy, and stereotactic needle biopsy. And I got to train on that machine, which was really cool because it was the first one of its kind in our area. And then so I have that certification. They can't take it from you. You always have it. Bikini line, wow. That's weird. So anyway, oh, here I go again. I forgot to do the dang lid. So I got my license to do that as well as x-ray, but yeah. I mean, good to fall back on if I ever had to. I never had to go get a job doing mammograms, but I did do them in the hospital a brief period of time. And it's changed a whole lot since then. It's gotten so much better. Okay, I'm going to leave that one out. And this gold paint, it takes a long time to dry. I'm not even kidding. Pink! All right. Make sure it's dry. I got to figure out. I got to put my tendrils on there. I made tendrils today. And that is why okay. Is that how it's supposed to be? I don't think it is. I'm trying to line up my lines. Nope. 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 That's it. But look, I forgot to do those 2 lines right here in the front when I did it. So I'm going to just make me some lines. Did the cement, oh, okay, the cement pumpkins, the ones in the stockings, okay. Yes, those are really cool too. I'm just going to make me some little lines right here to match. Would be the ones in the front that I forgot to do. Your last mammogram, yeah, and it's going to hurt for a minute, but it's a lot better than the other alternative. Which going and finding out, oh, if you would have had a mammogram last year or year before, you know, we could have saw this, and now it's stage 4, and yeah. So don't put it off. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, my mother's mother died of breast cancer. Like, I was 5. I was too little, but, you know, cancer robbed me of my grandmother. I didn't get to grow up with my grandmother, and I don't remember a lot about her, and it seems so unfair that she, you know, that I didn't have that opportunity, and cancer took it from me. But, you know, it's just not fair. So I'm just a real big advocate about it, because I just, yes, I've seen people use the rubber bands. I need to go watch it then. Whiskey and Wit. Okay. Now I'm scraping off the glass, because I got that. I didn't get that up. Okay. I got gold paint on it. You can just scratch it right off. Okay. Ha ha! She is glam. Yay! Linda, you got all your stuffs. Okay, so if you haven't seen how I make tendrils, I put my video back out there again today, because I always get asked how I do this. So I take a dowel. You could use a pencil, a magic marker, whatever you have. Oh wow, Karen, that's crazy. Yep, Renee, and me too. And my other one, I was maybe a little older, and I lost her too, and I don't remember. I remember her more than I do my mother's mother. Okay, so anyway, I take a dowel, and I wrap saran wrap around it. And then I take some twine, so that's twine, and I soak the twine in a little cup of Mod Podge. And then I just take it and I pull it, and I kind of get it soaked, and then I pull the excess off of it, and then I wrap it on the dowel. Now, I literally went and stuck this in a flower pot outside by my pool in the sun, and I let this dry. But you can let it dry overnight, and it looks like this. And so you have the saran wrap. Don't forget the saran wrap, because if you don't, it's going to glue it to your wood dowel, and it's not going to come off. So, see the saran wrap. So then you can sometimes it'll slide right off of the saran wrap, and then other times I have to pull the whole thing off like this. And then get your, I may have glued it a little too much. Pull it out of your tendrils, and then you have a bunch of tendrils, and you can cut them up. Good Lord, y'all. I've never had it stick this bad. And then you can use them on your pumpkins and stuff. Okay, here we go. My gosh, that's some strong Mod Podge. Or you can use school glue. That will work too. The white glue will work. Same thing. There we go. Okay, so see, I just kind of pull it out. Now I'm left with all this little pieces in here. That did not go like I planned. Jeez, what kind of Mod Podge is that? Anyway. Wow. Yeah, some of it's super fast growing, and, do your self-exams and stuff. Yeah, I was a little heavy on the glue, but I thought I wrung it all out. But it'll be okay. I'm just going to pick all of this off. And it'll go back to its little springy state. Yeah, I don't know if it's different, I don't know, maybe it's the gloss Mod Podge. I don't know what kind of Mod Podge this is. My goodness. Hey, Sandra. I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on Facebook. Okay, so I got most of it off. All the saran wrap I just pulled off. And then you have these tendrils. Jeez, that was some tough stuff. And then you can just cut what you need. But now I've seen people do it too, where they take it and they wet it and then they wrap it on here and they dry it with their little dryer or let it sit out to dry, and it'll make it curly too. But I like this because the Mod Podge will hold it, will definitely hold its shape. It's not gonna, you know, it's gonna be like this forever. Okay, so then I can just kind of glue. I'm gonna take just a dot of hot glue and make the little curls with the you could do that with ribbon and make the, what are they called? They're called something when you do the ribbon. Corker ribbon. Is that what it's called? A heat gun might would melt it. Lord, I don't want to start a fire. Oh, it melted it. Thank you. Okay, so I'm just putting my, I'm not going to put a leaf on this one. Okay, look, let's see. I don't want to melt that much, but I'm going to pick off some and see. All right, so see, you can see all of the, melted some of it, but that piece, it melted it good. But it also reactivates that Mod Podge too. Yay, you got your beads today. Hey, Sheila. Spiral. Yeah, I just wrapped them on a dowel. My gosh, that was some tough stuff. Whatever, I don't know. Look. Looks like it's got spider webs. I know, I like the pink and gold too. I'm trying to get another piece off. Oh, great. And it lands in the pink paint. Thank you, Robin. I do too. It may just be a one tendril pumpkin because I don't know what happened to this, but it didn't do exactly like I wanted it to. I don't know. Corkscrew ribbon. Corker or something. I don't know. Yeah, corker bows. All right. Maybe I put too much Mod Podge. Maybe I didn't wring it out enough. See, it's kind of like reactivating that Mod Podge, and look, it's like not wanting to, it's wanting to kind of go limp. It's funny. Okay. So weird. Oh no. I've never had it do that. And I've made tendrils. My crafts are so sloppy. Thank you, Terry. Sure appreciate that. Oh, y'all, it's been a day. It's been a day. Night, Kay. Corcat, yeah, some kind of bow. I don't know. Okay. Terry was so nice. Terry, Jesus loves you too. Now my crafts are messy, and now I've been nosy today. It's peoply out here, y'all. It's peoply. No, I'm on YouTube. Somebody, a guy come up in the comments over here on Facebook and told me my crafts were messy. We're going to sing, Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya. Oh, it's peoply out here. Even on the Facebook, it's peoply. Look, I'm putting that in the water before I forget about it. Yep. Terry ain't hurting my feelings, I promise you. Thick skin. Oh. Somebody's just coming across here and just want to say something. It's okay. Oh, yeah, I'm keep smiling. I don't care. Call me what you want. I've been called a lot worse, I'm sure, somewhere. I got to put some pink where I pulled up my hot glue. There we go. Okay. Okay. Corkscrew bows or corker bow. I don't know. Okay, so let me open my candle. So here's the candles. No, it was on here. It was on Facebook. Y'all can smell pickles. Oh my gosh. And this has been washed, hand washed. It has been ran through the dishwasher and it still smells like pickles. But I love pickles. It's okay. So these are the candles from Dollar Tree. And they're if these lights wasn't on, y'all would see they're bright even with these lights on in the room. They are bright. But and I need to put a glue dot like on the bottom. Let me see. It's not right. Yeah, I guess it is right. Anyway, but it's super bright. I mean, you can see this one over here. It's still kind of bright. Okay. See, look, it's so cute. My pink pumpkin. I got a pink pumpkin. It must have been a, yeah, it's not a full moon tonight, but gosh, you would think it was in my area of the world. He needs to go on down the road. Right? He's probably already gone. He probably made a comment and then just kept on moving. But you know, I don't block people like that. And so I'm going to get on my soapbox a minute. I don't block people like that because Terry might be having a bad day and just trying to hurt people. And if I block Terry, then Terry might not ever see me again, but he might see me again. And I might just be on here talking about the goodness of God or showing the goodness of God or letting my light shine or what have you. And if I blocked him, he would miss that. Okay? So I don't block. You know, the only time I block is like when somebody comes on here that's obviously a troll. Hold on. Let me get my glue dots. Who's obviously a troll. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. And I don't, oh, eyelashes. Jane, thank you. And I don't, so, you know, because Terry needs Jesus too. So does, you know, Carter and whoever else needs Jesus too. And so, Trash and Dash. Dixie, I love that. And so then Terry's not going to see the joy and the goodness of God if I block him, right? Kind of like if, you know, Terry goes in and says, oh, I don't like churches, blah, blah, blah. And then the church never lets him in the door. Then how is he going to, do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of the same thing is the way I see it. So I don't like to block people that are like that. Because a lot of crafters be like, oh, I'm blocking them. They're making ugly comments. You know, I don't like that. He can have his opinion, or she, or whoever it is can have their opinion. I know, it's all lit up. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to make out. I don't know how good this looks, but I don't know if I like that or not. Y'all see them? I don't know if I like the eyelashes. Yeah, Kim. Oh, you think Terry's a female? Yeah. I mean, I just marked on it. Anyway, so yeah. They say stuff like that just to get, try to get a rise out of me, and I'm good. I've heard it all, seen it all, been told I talk too much, which is fine. That's like a lady told me a long time ago. She goes, honey, that's just the devil trying to get you to hush, and you don't listen to the devil. Don't you hush, that's your gift. You just keep on going. Even if I'm in the line at Hobby Lobby talking to somebody and telling them, asking them about their craft and what they're going to do with that. Poor Carter and Terry. We'll pray for y'all tonight. Fake eyelashes. I try to have a good heart, and sometimes you have a good heart and you try to do the right thing, and sometimes you wonder, some days I wonder why I try. Put them on top. I think I'm going to leave them off. Now I'm having to paint over. I wiped them off with alcohol. Now I'm having to paint back because I took the paint off. But sometimes, you wonder why I even try. And I get up the next day and do it all again. And it's, it's part of it. But, so yeah, if I block Terry, he's not ever going to see. I'm not on here preaching or anything, but I'm God-fearing, Jesus-loving girl, Southern girl who is on here trying to craft, just trying to bring some joy to somebody. And so how is that person going to find some joy? Hopefully Terry's still watching, and that's all I'm trying to do. Whether my crafts are messy or sloppy or whatever, it's okay. Terry can go make one and see how theirs is. Oh, white wax it. Thank you, Pam. I think I'm gonna dry brush. Y'all know me and that wax. Look, I'm getting Old Faithful out. One of Old Faithful. I use them till they don't use anymore. I was gonna put a glue dot on here. That's why I got this out. And I got distracted by the eyelashes. Aw, thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. I just try, I try to be nice to everybody and realize that, we're all the same. At the end of the day, we are all the same. Fighting the same devils. They just come in different forms. It's not sticking. Oh, that might be why. Haha! There was a piece of clay in there that was keeping it from sticking to the bottom, and no, that's not right. There it goes. Okay. So now my light's in there and it's stuck. I love glue dots. Anyway. That's right. I may be the only person they've seen today or talked to today or whatever. And I don't want to be like, I'm going to block you. And Jesus didn't do that. So I just try to not block him. We will pray for his soul. Okay. Just a little bit of water. Oh, Shasta. Bubblegum pink. And then I added white to it. Because when it was drying, it was too dark. And then I did gold. Light gold from Michaels. It's the multi-surface light gold. And then I painted in the cracks with Candied Rose. Just a little bit. And then it looked neon. So then I went in with some fuchsia and did a little bit of dark. And then I put gold in the cracks. And it's a whole thing. Karen, that red gumball machine, I got that from my accountant. It was selling a whole bunch of stuff. And I went into her office and she was like, yeah, I'm selling that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I want that. And the glass part, y'all, is huge. I'm going to take pictures of it up close so y'all can see. And we're going to have like a game to guess how much is in there. Don't block Carter either, right? Now I want to go back to Hobby Lobby tomorrow. I'm back. Poor Carter. He's gonna talk to the wrong lady, y'all. Y'all know. He's gonna talk to the wrong woman and get her in the wrong time of the day. So I paid $25 for that. I did, from my accountant. I was like, I will be glad to take it. So then I decided to put pearls in it. And it's real heavy because the bottom of it's like steel. Or it's metal. It's like really heavy. And the glass part is huge. I know I put some more in there. I'm leaving it in there. That's, they're pearls. They're 20 millimeter pearls. Okay. We're toning it down just a little. It's taken me the longest craft ever, and all I had to do was paint the thing. But you know what? I'm just taking my time. Oh, Lisa, I'm so sorry. Bless you. Or the wrong month. Yeah, some lady's gonna pull up to his register with her cart or two, and she's gonna have everything for her whole Christmas tree and her whole house, and he's gonna make some comment of, well, you must be decorating. You know, he's gonna have some smart aleck comment about how much stuff she's got. Because he's got to ring it all up by hand, need I say. Because, you know, they don't do the bloop, bloop, bloop. They don't do that at the Hobby Lobby. And so, he's going to say some comment to her. And she is going to go off on him. It ain't none of your business what I'm buying. Can't y'all hear it now? But we'll bless his heart. Bless his heart. Poor Carter. I went easy on him. He's not going to be so lucky next time. Yeah, we're sorry for your loss. I'm so bad, so bad. Right here at this time of the year, holidays coming up. It's terrible. Okay. All right. So anyway, there. Dry. Hey, Valerie. Thank you, Carla. Well, Lisa, you'll have to go watch the beginning of my video to find out about the little guy. Ooh, my little curly things don't like the heat. It's like withering up. No. I think the Mod Podge starts like... And you'll have to come watch the first part of this video after I get off. So you can hear the story about what happened to me at Hobby Lobby. Yeah. So, yeah, you'll have to go watch the first part. Basically, this little guy told me I was nosy because I asked a lady in front of me, the little guy that was probably like 20 checking me out at Hobby Lobby. He told me I was nosy for asking the lady in front of me what she was going to do with this item that she had. I was just curious, wanting to know, and he basically told me I was nosy. And that I was probably going to go home and use that idea and copy her. That's basically what he said. This one's your favorite? And like I said, I didn't get all mine out. So this is year before last, I think. I think I've done one like for the last 4 or 5 years. I don't know. The gold just, I think the gold makes it too. Okay, and this is the one I did last year. So this is a canister from Dollar Tree. And so they have it. I did a video yesterday because I went into Dollar Tree, so I wanted to show y'all. They have the canisters that are tall and short like this. And then you don't have to worry about your labels and stuff, and they'll be the same, but they'll be the same thing, but one will be taller. So you can do that and say, look, this one has a leaf on it. So there's that one. And just look up some faces and figure out. Laugh every time you tell what he said to you. So anyway, but there's this one. I'm going to turn my little lights off because I think I'm wearing them out. I hope you report. I didn't report him. I did not. But I kind of told him, I said, just from somebody my age to somebody your age, I'm just going to tell you, when you say things, you just got to be careful of who you're talking to. You don't know who you're talking to. You know, no, I really haven't had a rough day. I was like, I got a good story to tell him tonight. Carter's going to be the highlight of the whole live. Okay, so there it is. Look how pink. When I sign it too close, y'all can't see how pretty pink it is. Look. Now I need a turquoise one. And a purple one. Like, you know, they're doing the pastel Halloween stuff. So cute. But this one's for breast cancer awareness. I love this is like everybody's favorite. Yeah, the Menders are always walking around the front. Yep. I said what I wanted to say for once. I never, ever, ever like say what I want to say when I need to say it. I always say it, think of it after the fact, after I've rehashed it 45 times in my head. And today I actually said what I wanted to say. So anyway, Stacy. Oh yes, Stacy, I saw yours, and you did the pink tourmaline color. So yes, I want to do. So see, look how pretty this would be next to this. If I did one, maybe a little lighter. If I did this color, and then look at this purple. If I did, look how pretty this purple would be. This color palette, these three colors. But it is your fave, Barb. You like the copper and the cream ones. And see, I got little ones. And then this one's, I forgot to make him a stem. But this is like a sage green color. I can't remember what I painted that with. But I have smaller ones too. I really think they're in my Halloween stuff in the house. No, I've never sold one ever. Because I add to my collection every year. Now I have a bunch. Thank you, Karen. Y'all are so sweet. I just, you know. Oh, Judy, I'm sorry. Patchwork would be cool. Okay, so I got something else I want to do too. I don't know if I'm going to do it live or I might do a video and do it. When you said patchwork, a pumpkin. I'm going to take one of those pumpkin buckets and I'm going to redo it. Paint the pot. Look, I'm forgetting all kinds of stuff. I'm always so careful with these things. I'm scared I'm going to drop it. And then I will cry because y'all know how much work goes into these. Okay, thank you. So like this lady that did this, she turned around and painted it. Hold on. I'm stuck to the chair. She turned around and painted it, I want to say she painted it back terracotta, and then she dry brushed the white on it. Yes, I'm going to paint it. I forgot. But you can, I saw somebody say it's been a while. I don't know who it was. So you could paint it any color, but the lady I saw do this, she painted it back terracotta, and then she dry brushed over it, so it like made the things come out. Hey Donna, you're not watching replay, you got me live. Okay, so this is actually terracotta color, but I mean, I guess it's pretty close. Look at there. Yeah, I'm still alive. It's taking me 2 hours to tell stories and do my paint all my things. Okay, so if you see what I did, I just took clay and cut out the shapes and stuck it on a pot. Cut out the pumpkin shapes. Oh yeah, look how close in color this paint is to the actual pot. It's really close. So I'm just gonna paint over it. And I didn't glue the clay on there. I just stuck the clay on there because you got to think this is clay as well. So it just stuck to it. Just put them up on a shelf somewhere. But I think people have done these on plastic containers and it's worked. So I'm going to go ahead and just paint the whole little pot. And terracotta dries really fast. I like painting on terracotta actually. So see, it's looking like this. Just gonna kind of go over it briefly. I'm glad y'all said something because I sure was about to get off and totally forgot about my little pot. I would have got off and went, oh no! I know, I love the pink one. Now it's like I want to do a turquoise one and a purple one to have my whole little pastel family. I'm going a whole family, I'm making a whole nother family tree. I got my regular colored pumpkins and then I'm going to have the Glam Squad pumpkins. But I just wanted the breast cancer awareness one because, you know, everybody says, paint it pink, so I painted it pink. I kind of like that idea. But I love the gold stem. Okay, so I'm just painting. And since that was white, I'm having to paint over it a couple of times to get it to be the same color as the pot. All right. Okay. Good job. Yeah, I'll show you the air dry clay in just a second. I didn't paint the bottom. Gotta get it dry around all those cracks because I don't want to smear it. Showgirl set of pumpkins. Yep, my Glam Squad of pumpkins. Okay, so this is the clay that I use. I get it at Hobby Lobby and Michael's. You can get it on Amazon. It's DAS, D-A-S, I guess how you say it, clay, and it's the color white, but Glam and Lily. I always use that kind because one time I didn't, and bad things happen. It cracked. Okay, so let's get some white. There's no white. I bought a whole new bottle today. You don't need much. So she took hers. This would look cool pink or whatever color you wanted to do. And then she just dry brushed it. But she did big pots, like on her porch. And they all had different faces and she put moms in them. And that was really, really pretty. But just for purposes that we're on here, I did it in a small version. I did my version. So she just kind of just do it this way. Cover more acreage this way. I know I didn't do the bottom. I did the bottom. Kind of like the back. Do the back. looked really cute. I'm telling y'all, with her mom's in it. She did big ones. Looks neat. Hers look better than mine. Mine's sloppy. Terry's still watching. Terry trash and dashed, Dixie said. I love it, trash and dash. Ta-da! Aww. There went my Stanley. Hello Kitty, bless her heart. She done went down on the floor. Still in one piece. Ain't it cute? But it'd be cute if you had... I'm gonna grab this. This is not... So just imagine she had moms in it. It was so cute, y'all. This is some of Julie's greenery. I took one of her little feel-like little greenery things. But look how cute. Turn it where it kind of looks like it's got hair. Ain't it cute? So that's something else you can do with the clay. But you could put greenery in it, whatever you want to. But look how cute it looks. You like the face on the pink one? Look, my light's stuck in there with a glue dot. Oh, I know. Y'all, I would really cry if it fell off in the floor. And I've about cried today. So, okay, so I need to talk about something. And I was going to do a separate live and talk about this, but since it just came across my mind, I will talk about it. So, y'all know my little dog, my Yorkie, has diabetes, right? And I know some of y'all dealt with it too, and I'll probably do a separate live to talk about it too, but I had to take her today. She had to get, she got the little monitor on her, the Libre, the free whatever it is called, Libre thing on her back. They put it right up here so we can monitor her because her insulin, they haven't upped it, and I wish they would have. But like when I took it, I took her, I fed her, and then we gave her insulin 30 minutes later like we were supposed to. And when I went to read it with the app, it didn't even read it. It just says high. And the highest it goes is 500. And I've been knowing it's been that way because when I take her every 3 weeks and she stays with them all day. And they said in the evening times, like in the after lunch, her insulin, her levels, they would test her like every 2 hours, and it would go up after lunchtime. So I'm feeding her in the morning, giving her insulin, and then feeding her at night, give her insulin. So now she can't see, okay? So y'all told me, a lot of y'all told me that y'all's dog went blind like 6 months after all this happened. Well, they've been doing this. They've been checking her insulin every 3 weeks, keeping her all day for every 3 weeks and doing that monitoring. And they've been knowing that it's high, and they haven't upped her insulin. She's only getting 3 units in the morning, 3 units at night. And so, which has really upset me that they haven't upped it because they know it's not working. It's going high in the afternoons, even before she eats again. And so now she can't see. So she's walking into the wall. She can't find the doggy door. She wanders around a minute and she'll just pee in the floor because she can't find her way to go outside. Yeah, mine was drinking a lot of water, Chris, and that's what she was doing, and we noticed it. So I took her to the vet. Her sugar was like 658 when I took her. And okay, Liz. Okay, another message. I thought we got that took care of yesterday. So anyway, so the other day, Sunday, my husband was out of town, and I had washed off the back porch because she'll come out. When she does, she can find her way outside sometimes. I don't know if it's like the light's different and she can see and she not see. I don't know. So she can find her way outside because I've been trying to let her just find her own way because she'll eventually, you know. And so she'll just go out on our patio and she'll pee on the patio, right? And I'm like, it's fine. And I'll just hose it off. Well, she did it Sunday. And so this weekend is when I noticed that she was running into everything and couldn't see. I was like, it's like she just woke up and she was blind. Or half blind, or she can see shadows. I don't really know. Because it seems like she can see it sometimes, and then sometimes she can't, so I don't know. So, I washed off the patio, and I came out here. I had orders to fill, and I was doing all that. She'll be 12 next month. And so, a little while later, I went inside at so I came out here about after 10, and then I went back in the house, and she was on the couch, and my heart sunk when I saw her because she had been wet. I could tell because, you know, when she's a Yorkie, and so when she gets wet, her hair will kind of like get wavy a little bit, and it was matted down like she had been wet. And it was too late for it to be due in the grass, and she didn't have grass all over her, because I can tell when she's been rolling in the grass because she'll have grass all over her back. So she was wet. Now, I know she didn't roll around on the patio that I washed off, and I didn't spray her when but she was wet. Like, she had been wet and was still damp. And I'm talking about all over. So immediately, my heart just sinks because I'm like, oh my gosh, she fell in the pool. And we have a tanning ledge, which it would be pretty deep on her, but she could get out. There's a step and she can get out. But with her not being able to see, I don't know. So I don't really know what happened. So now I am terrified that she is going to go outside and I'm going to find her in the pool. I'm just terrified. Like, so like I had to, today, I had to run to Walmart, and so I shut the doggy door. I wouldn't let my dogs outside while I was gone because I was so terrified that I'm going to come back and she's been struggling in the pool and drowned. And I'm scared to death. That's what's going to happen, that she's not going to be able to see, she's going to fall over in the pool. But anyway, so today she went and got the thing put on her back, and she's doing good with that. And so I have to email, at the end of the day, I have to email the reading, screenshot it, and send it to the doctor or whatever. And like, I'm going to call them in the morning and be like, it's high, and it scares me because if my sugar was 600 and something, I would be in a coma. Like, I would be sick in a coma, dying kind of thing. And she's just, you know, see, Melissa, I know, and I told my husband that today. I was just like, I don't know what to do. Like, I mean, it's too late. Her sight is not going to come back, obviously, but I don't know. And it's just, I was going to like come on live and just talk about it to see what y'all, because I know some of y'all have dealt with this, and I'm just like, I just don't even know. I'm just so sad about the whole thing, and I'm scared to death she's gonna fall in the pool. Which there's like our porch. You come out of our house, and then you have to go up like three little steps. They're long, but they're steps to get up to the pool deck where the pool is, because it's like our porch is down here, and they built the pool up concrete, and the steps are like stones, and they have lights in them, and then there's the pool deck, right? I know, Pam. That's what I'm thinking, but I've dealt with this vet forever and ever and ever, but it's like, why won't they, and they're like, well, they can see, when they put this monitor in, we can see her curve and where but she's went through this, like, staying with them all day. She's done that like 3 times. No. 2 or 3 times. And they know that it gets high in the afternoon, so they're not like, telling me to give her more insulin. And I don't know if maybe that's all they can give her. I don't know. 3 units. I don't know if that's all that she can have, because I don't know anything about it. And so I'm super sad about it, because I know her time's coming. And I'm not, blind to that fact. No pun intended, but she does, Candace. I mean, she loves on us, and she's managing. I can get an alarm for the pool. I'm just worried when I'm not here. So, like, we've got to go to Charlie's birthday party, and we're going to stay the night with my son and all this kind of stuff. It's like, what am I going to do with her? Like, I don't know. Somebody's got to give her shots twice a day, and, I don't know. I mean, Dorothy said she would stay with her, but I would have to, like, porch fence off, like, most of my back porch. I don't know, Susan. I don't know why they haven't told me before now to up the insulin. Because I feel like if they would have done that in the beginning, that her eyesight wouldn't have got this bad. But it's too late now. What do you do? So y'all have had her, that's my baby, yeah. I'll have to take her with me. Yeah, well, so I have to, I do the reading on my phone. So the little monitor, they put it back here. And if y'all don't know what it is, it's actually for people, but they use it for dogs. But it's the thing that people can put on the back of their arm, and they can hold their phone up to it, and it'll give you the reading of what your blood sugar is. So I can test her. They told me to test her like an hour after she eats in the morning, do it at lunch, and then do it an hour after she eats in the evening, and take a screenshot of all that, and then email it to the doctor every evening. So I already emailed them today. I did it at lunch, I did it about 2:30, and it was 3:15. That's how much her sugar was. And then when I did it, she ate, and then I did it an hour after that. I gave her insulin. An hour after her insulin, I took it, and it wouldn't even read it because it just said high. And it had like a little line, like a little graph and a line going up, and it goes up to 500. And it was off the chart. So, Penny, there's probably one somewhere, because Mississippi State University is an agricultural school, and that's where the vet school is in Mississippi. So I'm sure I could take her there, but what are they going to do? But, hey, Brenda. So I don't know. I just don't, it's just saddening. Stacy, I'm feeding her diabetic stuff. We make our food for her. Hey, Darian, I'm still here. You came to hear the story in the beginning. I'm talking about my dog now. Yeah, I lost a dog when he was 16. And that was my baby. I had him before I had kids, and that was my baby. But, yeah, so normal blood sugar for her, so when I had to set up the app today on my phone, I put in 70 to 134 was normal. That's what they had me put it at for her. And, yeah. So I just, when I talked to him today about it, I was like, I was kind of talking around the lines of like, I know that, she doesn't probably have long, and they're like, don't talk like that. She'll be fine. And I'm like, really? She can't see. And And you can't go on and on and on with your sugar being 600. And she's this big, okay? She is a Yorkie. She is a little dog. If my sugar was 600, it would be an emergency situation. Like, I would be on death's door. Now, I know people that are diabetic and their sugar gets up that high. They're used to it being that high. And it can creep up there and they'll be fine. Sort of. But if I was suddenly 600 sugar, I would be in a coma. Yeah, I need to get, I mean, I guess, second opinion. But it's like, at what point is that going to change anything besides them upping her insulin? And like, I guess I'm going to let it go a few days, send him the readings, and then maybe Monday, because today is Wednesday. No, today's Thursday. So they got today's readings. They'll get over the weekend. I'll have like 3 or 4 days. And then by Monday or Tuesday, I'm just going to be like, you know. I know Melissa's blind since birth, but see, she's not been blind since birth, so she's trying to find everything around, and I'm scared of the pool. Scared she's going to fall in the pool. Sensor CMG. What is that, Sandra? Yeah, I mean, that's what everybody says, that she'll find the layout of the house, which she knows the layout of the house. But now, you know, she's just wondering what in the heck happened. Like, I was fine, and then all of a sudden now I can't see. Like, just, because when he was out of town this past weekend, that's when I kind of noticed, I really noticed, like, she would just walk into the bar stool, or she would walk into the door right next to where the doggy door is, but just, you know, and try to go in the, you know, no. Yeah, and she's so little, and her blood sugar's that high. I know, Jane. And that's basically what I was talking about, like, without saying so many words of saying, you know, when does the time come to where we just put her down? I mean, I didn't even get that far, and they were like, no, you know, and I'm like, I mean, I'm not trying to be cruel, but I don't want her to be suffering, you know? Yeah, I could, Donna, put her in like a little pen. Yeah. Well, they said she could have Cushing's, but I don't know. That thing a diabetic has on. Yeah, Sandra, this one's called Free something Libre is what it's called, is that she has. But it's on her, they put it on her back, and it ain't bothering her. And they said, oh, you know, get some little t-shirts and stuff for her to wear in case she tries to scratch it or whatever. And so we got some of those. And she's not acting like it bothers her, because she can scratch it and it will come off. But they have to, like, do like the arm. They have to insert it in her skin. Yeah. I don't know. I may call them tomorrow and be like, look, this is freaking me out. Because if it was 600 a day, then you know it's been that much yesterday and the day before and the day before. And since the last time she went and had that, well, this whole time. Because she's went 2 or 3 times and spent the whole day where they monitor her all day and take her blood sugar. Cushing's, Liz, is when, and I think it's the same as it is in dogs, but in humans, it's when you have too much cortisol. So cortisol in your blood or whatever, which is your stress hormone. And so people get a moon face, a real rounded face. They usually gain a lot of weight and have a moon-shaped face. And usually that's from a pituitary gland. You have a tumor on your pituitary gland. That's Cushing's in humans. Now, dogs, I'm not that familiar. Delphia, yeah, and see, and that's what my husband was saying too. Like, is it the money? I mean, this little thing and taking her over there and having that done, that was $150 today. But now when she goes every 3 weeks and stays all day, and they do that all day, it's a lot more than that. So they were like, you need to have this done so you don't have to come and spend all that money in her stay all day. So I did that. So I did the little monitor. And I don't know. it's like they need to up her insulin. At least up it at night. I don't know. You have you're a diabetic. Sandra on YouTube saying she's a diabetic and she has a pump and a sensor. But I don't know. I don't know if they can give her another kind of insulin, because I know in adults and people there's different types. I don't know, y'all. I don't know enough about it. So sad. But anyway, I don't know. And like my other dog, he's younger than her. He has started, the last couple days, y'all, he's been growling at her. And he's never done that. Like, he gets on her nerves, okay? And he tries to play with her, and he's never acted like that toward her. And, like, he's been coming out here and staying with me and Dorothy, or me, all day when I'm working out here, and not staying in the house with her. And he's real codependent, like, with her. And he has, like, distanced himself from her. And like I said, the last couple of days, he started growling at her. I'm like, I know he probably can smell her. She smells different because of diabetes. But it's so odd. It's like he knows. And like Dorothy even said, she's like, it's like he knows that something's wrong with her. And he's just kind of like, they do sense things. I know. And trust me, I hold her close every night, and I'm like, I just know, y'all. I know. Glenda, I asked them today, and they're just like, well, we need to really do this so we can see the curve of what her sugar's doing, and I don't know. Yeah, he can sense something's wrong, because he's like started just coming out. He will come, when I come out here in the morning, he will come out here with me, and he'll stay out here all day and sleep in a bed on the floor over there. And he normally doesn't do that. Normally he'll come out here, Bella will come out here and make her round, and she's nosy, and then she'll leave and go out, and he'll come out here and he'll stay a minute, and then he wants to go back in there because he thinks he's missing something that she's doing. Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, he started coming out here staying with us all day. I know, Brenda. And we've all said that as soon as something happens, if something ever happens to her, we're going to have to get another dog, because he is so codependent on her. Like, he went from being with his litter mates to coming to our house and being with her, and it's just, I don't know. He doesn't know anything different without another dog being there. He's very codependent. So we always said, oh, we have to go get another dog when something happens. Yeah, second opinion. And I just hate doing that, because it's like, what do I do? Go in another vet's office and go, okay, this is what's happening. This is what we're doing. This is what this doctor told us, blah, 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 blah. It's almost like I'm tattling, like I'm going to another vet and tattling. I know it's not, but it is sad. And yeah. It's sad, and I'm trying to sit here and not cry, because, you love your fur babies. And especially, y'all couldn't take it if I come home and found her in the pool. I couldn't do it. So either I'm going to have to start locking the doggy door when I leave, because I'm here all day. I don't really go anywhere. Or, I'm going to have to put her in a kennel, or, in a crate when I leave. Yeah, she's not a comfort to him anymore. Well, she ain't never been a comfort to him, because she has always not liked him. Like, you are too much for me. I'm old, and, you go take that funny business over here. Like, she just has never really just, liked him. What are my options? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of doctors won't do second opinions either. I've worked for specialists, and so I know they may not. I know, you love your fur babies, but to think that she struggled in the swimming pool. I couldn't live with it. I just, oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something. But it's like, this is just like all happened, like, it's just so fast. Like, her not being able to see has like happened so quick. Oh, wow. I may do that. It's sad. And, you know, your fur babies, and they think, I'm not getting another one. I'm not doing it again. And me and Mandy had that conversation the other day. It's like, but they give you so much love and stuff. So you can't say, I'm not going to get another dog because of that, because I lost a dog. No, dogs are, they just love you more than they love themselves. And, you know, of course, the girls, my Yorkie girl, Bella, she is a diva. Like, she is timed, it's 5 o'clock. It's 5:02. It's time to eat. You're late. And she'll bark and she will let you know. I know, Delphia, that's true. Aw, you too, Judy. Yeah, I may have to crate her when I'm gone. I think we still have our crate in our attic. Oh gosh. Wow, that's crazy, Chris. Usually it's real slow with like humans. I know. So yeah, I'm gonna either have to crate her or something when we leave, or lock her up in the laundry room, you know, something to that effect. Because like I said, today I went to Walmart and I put the doggy door in, and yes, Yorkies may be tiny, but they are bossy, especially the girls. Yeah, get a doggy play yard fence. Yeah. And she'll just walk in it and hit she's going to hit all the sides. Yeah. So anyway. Oh, Vicky. I know, they don't live long enough. Nope. But, you know, I don't know. It's going to be sad. Yeah, playpen, something. Your third Yorkie. If I had to get another Yorkie, it would be a party Yorkie. If you don't know what a party Yorkie is, y'all go look that up. They're really cute. They're white with the brown and the tan spots. It's a Beer Yorkie. That's what they're called. B-I-E. That's like German. It's a German word, Yorkie. And it would be a boy. Because the girls, man, they are something. Yeah, I could do that, Dixie. Get a baby gate and pin her up when we leave. I would have to just put doggy pads down. Yep, they're our family for sure. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard even when somebody else's fur baby. Yeah, because you just know it's so bad. It's terrible. So anyway, I didn't mean to bring everybody down, but I know that y'all have dealt with this, and I'm just like, I don't even know. Thank y'all for the prayers, but I don't even know how to deal. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I just need to call the vet and be like, okay, she's had this on for a day. I know it's only been a day, not even a whole day, but I'm just concerned. Like, she needs some more insulin or something. And yeah, I need to go ask Carter what he thinks. And you only have males, yeah. The males in the Yorkie breed, they definitely, the ones that I've known people that's had males, the males will do anything to please their owner. They are just very, very loving. And she's loving too. But it took her a long time to calm down. Because they are wild. The party Yorkies are so cute. If you don't know what a party Yorkie is, go look it up. They are precious. That's what I would get. Jack Russell. Woo! Jack Russells are boing, 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 boing. They just all over the place. Thank y'all very much. Oh, Breacher electric fence. Oh gosh, I don't want to read the rest. Oh, I know, Pam. I know. It's just sad. But when I talked about it before, about her having diabetes, when she first got diagnosed, y'all were all like, oh, my dog, my dog, my dog. I knew y'all knew a lot about it. And that's why I was bringing it up. I know. It's so bad. See your puppy's hurt. But she acts like she's fine. You know, she doesn't act like she's... Except for her walking around and boom, boom. It's just pitiful. I say I'm running a doggy nursing home over here. Giving her shots. I have to put drops in her eyes because she has dry eye. And then she pees in the floor. And I have to wipe that up and clean that up. And it's like nursing home. So anyway. So yeah. But anyway, I'm going to go, y'all. It's 10 o'clock. I've been on here 2.5 hours to paint a pumpkin. So, but she'll be okay. But I might call them in the morning and say, look, we know it's going high. It's been going high every time y'all have seen her. It's been going high. So, can we do something? A Pomapoo. I have to look that up. Oh, Karen. Oh, I know we all got the pet stories. Yeah, hopefully Sandra said what they're doing is monitoring where her highs and lows are and they will adjust the insulin. But see, they already knew when they keep her all day, they know that it goes fine until about lunch, which, you know, she doesn't eat lunch, obviously. She eats breakfast and supper and in lunch. And then after that, it starts creeping back up again and they know this. And so, I don't know why they haven't done anything yet. Because I'll be like, okay, they're going to up the insulin. And she goes, no, he doesn't want to do it right now, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So anyway, it's 11 at your house. Y'all better go to bed. So anyway, I'm going to hop off. I love y'all very much. Thank y'all for all the prayers and all the things. And thank y'all for being here and listening to my Carter story. If you missed the first part, you're going to have to watch the first part of this live so you can hear what happened at Hobby Lobby today. So anyway, so y'all, yeah, just say a prayer for us, and I'm going to see what they say. You know, it may be like Monday or Tuesday before they decide to do something, but yeah. When it said hi today, I was like, it just said hi. Out of range. Like, yeah, okay, it's past 500. So anyway, yes, Morkies are, yes, they're cute too. So anyway, so yes. Look at my pumpkin. My pink pumpkin, she's glam. So cute. If you hadn't had your mammogram, be sure to do that too. Call and schedule a mammogram. Right, enough is enough, right, Sue? But anyway, love y'all. And thank you for watching. Thank y'all for watching on YouTube. Bye-bye. And bye-bye. And say all the byes. And to everybody, yo, and you, and you, and you. Love y'all. Y'all have a great weekend. And I will see y'all Monday, and I have a whatnot sale on Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time, which is Christmas beads. So, I will see y'all. Bye. Love y'all. Have a great weekend. Okay, how do I end this?